All right, what it is, people? It's your boy I Grind Yu-Gi-Oh, and we are back with another deck profile. This time, a first place, undefeated 6-0 deck profile from my locals that I went 6-0. It was 5 rounds. I think we had 30 plus people, or 30 on the dot. So 5 rounds, and then we played top cut, but it was a top 4-4 split. But the 6-0 deck profile. So let's get into it, man. So this time we have 3 Kashtira Unicorn. Basically, the start of the deck, we all know search is a Kashtira spell. If your opponent activates a monster effect on resolution, you can look at your opponent's extra deck and banish a card face down. In this meta right now, this effect is so relevant. This card won me so many games. Also, just sitting on these monsters right here and slowly but surely picking away at your opponent's decks definitely, could win you the game if you hit certain decks, especially with the Fiendsmith stuff and the Azamina stuff. Like, this one card right here could definitely win you certain matchups. So let's get into the second monster. The second monster, we have 3 Kashtira Fenrir. Basically, this card right here, if your opponent activates a monster effect on resolution, you could target one face-up card, banish it face down, and also you could search more Kashtira monsters with this one card right here. And it's a big 2400 body, Unicorn is 2500 body. Plus, with the field spell, they all get boosted for 100 with every attribute. So basically, this card right here just can control games, and 9 times out of 10, depending on what cards you banish, like if they go deep into combos with link monsters or whatever, you can just banish that link monster face down and just interrupt the whole gameplay and game state or combo all together. And then for interesting spice, I only play 1 Rise Heart. Many people ask me why, but when you're just doing Kashtira combos or whatever, you only need Rise Heart to like resolve once, and then if you're going to use it again, you can just bring it back from grave or birth. So you only really need one to like going first to see the combo resolve, and that's really only is needed for. Then we play 1 Kashtira Scareclaw. Kashtira Scareclaw, this deck profile this time around won me like so many games. My first round, I'll get into it, but my first round I played Centurion. This came up against Chaos Angel. This also came up against Tempai. This one card right here just wins certain games. And also, if the opponent doesn't know the ruling, like if they allow you to just summon this on the field without reacting to it, like it's just GG after that. And 1 Kashtira Ogre. I don't play the Preparations Trap, but I'm thinking about playing it because just being able to summon this and being able to get like prep for free and just playing is, really good. I mean, that's something that you shouldn't really like not have in the deck. But I mean, only reason why I play Ogre is because I played rank 7 Atlantean and the new rank 7, and you have to send a water monster from hand or deck. So that's the only reason why I play the Ogre. But it's good to have a big body, and also you can just look at the top 5 cards of your opponent deck, banish one face down, and just continue off playing and knowing that you can just basically pick what they're going to top deck, and that's basically just crazy in itself. This whole deck, people said that the deck is dead, but being able to look at your opponent's extra deck, banish with Unicorn, Fenrir being able to banish a face-up card face down, and Ogre being able to just look at the top 5 cards, that should not be allowed in Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, if Fenrir was able to like look at your opponent's deck and just banish any monster face down or any card like face down, that's just broken. Like, you can just look and just like nothing, just banish something face down, act like you've never seen nothing. Like, you just look at the whole extra deck, you can look at top 5 cards. That's like some Pegasus effects right there. So that's the only reason I think that this deck is really still viable. You can just basically like just look into the future and know what you're going to play against, and then you can play accordingly against that. So so that's it for those monsters. Then we play hand traps. Of course, we got the 3 Motrami Fualos. This card right here won me multiple games. I drew this as a 6 card sometimes. You hate it when you do that. But I played against Dragon Link. In this card right here, my opponent had to decide whether he was going to let me pass or he was going to play into it. One game, he just let me pass, and he just passed it back to me. And you can't do that against Kashtira because basically Unicorn is full combo. I think I had Unicorn. Or I had Unicorn with like a Fenrir in hand. I special summon Unicorn and attack. Search Birth. Normal summon the Fenrir search Rise Heart special summon, banish either another Unicorn and then summon it back off of Birth, and I just attack the game. So this card right here, if your opponent just doesn't do anything, you can win the game with Kashtira. They have a high enough attack points and like big bodies, you could just OTK. So and also after that game, my opponent with the Dragon Link, I resolved this again, I think game 3, and basically he just played into it. I drew like so many cards off it that I was able to break his board, but we'll get into that. And then also I played 3 Ash Blossom Joy Spring. This card right here is like really generic. I mean, sometimes it's not enough to just stop your opponent, but certain games, if you do like hit key cards or whatever, it does slow them down enough to where you can just on the follow-up just, you know, outright just destroy your opponent and win the game. And also 3 Dimension Shifter right here. I didn't really see this card much, but this card right here is definitely OP. Like if you draw it and you resolve it, like your opponent really can't do much. I can't remember a matchup that I really used this, but I know against Dragon Link it'll be really good. I also played I'll get into the matchups, but we all know Dimension Shifter does Dimension Shifter things. All right, now let's get into the spells. The spells, we play 1 Pot of Prosperity. I didn't see this card too much, but you always want to see this card and just be able to get into your side deck cards or just an extra cash monster if you don't draw cash monsters. There was a lot of games that I had opening hands and I did not draw a cash monster, and basically I either drew into it for a 6 card or like I was able to just search it. But this deck has like a lot of bricking issues, so Pot of Prosperity is definitely needed. So it going down to 1 is very painful, but we still find ways to play. 1 Terraforming and then 3 Pressure Planet. Pressure Planet is very needed in this deck. Of course, a lot of people think that cash is dead, but it's not dead, because with this card right here, you have so many interactions on your opponent's turn, making Shangri-Era, and you could just lock zones, and on resolution you could just destroy a face-up card every time it activates, either to lock a zone or to special summon. And I played Dragon Link, and I just let my opponent go into Link 1, and he just searched the field spell, and on resolution I just either Unicorn banish the card from the extra deck face down, lock the zone, and then use the field spell to pop the Link 1. And then I had Fenrir also on field, and he had played Bestial, so when he summoned a Bestial, I just banished the face down with Fenrir, lock another zone, and in top cut I just locked like 4 of his zones, and he only had 1 zone left. And I think you all seen the picture where I had 2 Solemn Judgments just for follow-up, and it was just crazy. But this 1 card right here, every turn just being able to destroy a card is like really good. And plus also the attack boost with like Ogre and Unicorn and stuff like that, you could get them to up to 28, 29. Also even Ogre just get it up to like over 3,000, 3,100 attack points, and that's just crazy. Your opponent really can't beat over it sometimes. 3 Kashtira Birth. As long as this card is at 1, this deck is very playable. You can always search it with Unicorn, but just being able to just have this 1 card, like even if your opponent just destroys all your Kashtira monsters, you just really just bring back 1 Kashtira monster and just full combo off. Like you could just summon Fenrir search Unicorn, normal summon Unicorn search Theosis, and just full combo, and then go into like crazy XC plays or Link plays or just whatever you need. This 1 card, and also if your opponent activates a spell on resolution, you could banish 3 cards face down. You could just basically play Kashtira control from there, and the game would just basically be over. I played 2 Theosis. You don't really need 3, and you don't want to open multiple of these. If anything, you just search it with Unicorn, or if you do open 1, like you like play Unicorn and Unicorn effect, and they Imperm or Ash the Unicorn, you just activate Theosis and then continue playing from there. And 9 times out of 10, you're gonna win that game because your opponent just nagged. Triple Tactics Talents. This card right here is so broken. Against Dragon Link or any other deck, like they made the Red Eyes card, the Red Eyes metal card, and this card right here, like I just impermed it, or I like special summon Unicorn and Unicorn effect, and now Ash Blossom me, and I use a Triple Tactic Talent to just take the Red Eyes card, and that's basically game from there. I think the trap that they had boosted it about 400 to 600, and it was like 3,400. You just take that and just attack for game with the big bodies. It's like this card right here is just super crazy. Also, you can just draw extra cards if you need to, so this is like really good draw power. And also you can just look at your opponent's hand and just shuffle 1 card back into the deck. But this card right here, if you get hand trapped and you resolve this card, 9 times out of 10 you win it. 2 Cosmic Cyclone. Cosmic Cyclone is really good. I played against Centurion, I played against Melodious, I played against Dragon Link. They played the Regain. Like just being able to resolve Cosmic is super crazy. And then 1 Callback. Callback came up so much today. I think my opponents played like a lot of Bestials. Also, they played the Heradic Seals. Heradic Callback or Heradic Seals just go crazy. That's like a 2-for-1. They can't bounce and they can't special summon. So Callback resolving was crazy this tournament. Now let's get into the traps. For the traps, I played 3 Infinite Impermanents. This card right here is really, really broken. Your opponent has an Omni Negate. You can just imperm and that's just one card that you have to worry about. And also on the follow-up, just being able to flip it and negate a card in that column is super, super crazy. So this card right here is still broken to this day. 2 Power Sync Stone. I played against a Dragonlink player and I kind of bricked and I set like 4 and then I flipped one of these. He thought I was playing like Labyrinth or something like that. But this card right here is super OP. Just being able to sit on cash bodies and your opponent only able to get like 1 effect off if you on resolution use one of your cash effects and then just negate everything on board is like really, really crazy. And people are playing that little Silhouette Rabbit card and just basically being able to just negate the whole field and just attack over that, or any other card that like would have like an effect where it can't be affected. It's really, really crazy. This card right here just turns off the whole field. 1 skill drain. Skill drain is skill drain. I mean, you flip this against certain decks, you know, it's just GG. But I didn't resolve skill drain too much. I mean, skill drain is at 1, you rarely see it, but you don't really need it much in this deck. But the Power Sync Stone gets the job done. And then 1 Robert the Warlord. This card really didn't go in as much as I thought it would because I played against Tenpai and Dragonlink, and they just play like dragons and also Melodious. They play like fairies and stuff like that. So this card really didn't put too much work in, but it is what it is. Against Centurion, it would have, you know, did a lot of damage. Let's get into the extra deck. Extra deck, I played 2 Shanger Era. This card right here is still broken. Being able to protect itself from destruction and also special summon in return and being able to just lock zones, it really, really, you know, cripples the opponent from being able to play and just go full combo. So basically you want to just play 2 of these because one, if they out the one, you still want to have like follow up and just have a big body in defense. Also with the field spell that's broken, just being able to destroy something. The 1 Red Eyes Flare Metal. A lot of people think this card activates, so they'll just play into it and then try and like triple tactics take or whatever, but this card does not activate. It's like a maintenance cost. So just being able to just have this on the field after you just attack with your big bodies and do like crazy damage, and like you'll leave your opponent like 1,000 life points to like 600, and then they'll just look at this and be like, yeah, man, I can't really do much. Unless they have like an imperm or something, like they ain't not really doing much. The one reason why I played a Kashtira Ogre, this card right here is a detach and you could non-target bounce 3. This card right here is super broken and it can still attack. So basically you want to just play this to like get like non-removal, like get some removal going, and you can still attack. And also on birth you can just bring back the Ogre for free, and I think that's why I might want to play prep. Like you just use this monster, bounce 3, whatever you can send the Ogre and then use birth to bring back the Ogre, and then search prep, set prep, and it's like basically you just get so much advantage just off this one card, and you bounce 3 from your opponent non-target. Dark Arm is cool. I mean, you could just detach and you could banish and destroy stuff, but this card, once you do that, you can't really attack. So that's why I played the Atlantean water card that I just showed you. We played the Mega Phantom Draco Sack for the Heat Soul combo. I mean, I don't really use it that much, but it's in there. I mean, this isn't a hand trap build, but I play the access code line just in case, so it is what it is. Number 11, Big Eye. Big Eye comes up so much against Tenpai. You could take that Transcendent Dragon, and then basically they can't activate no battle phase effects or whatever. Or you just take like certain cards. I played against like certain decks with this card right here just comes up, and also in the mirror you want to have this card right here. And then I played 1 Typhon. Typhon comes up a lot. Like there's a lot of decks where your opponent just crazy, like just spams the board with like extra deck monsters, and especially like Bishop Dispatcher and like Colossus and stuff like that. You just make this, you could beat over one monster and then just bounce the other, and basically with the cash monsters you could just sit on the other one. So card is pretty good. 1 Zeus, if all fails, just Zeus the board. You need 1 Zeus if you play XC deck. Also, if you don't play XC deck and you play talents, you just, you know, play talents, take the XC monster and then attack, and then make a Zeus and board wipe. So that's free game right there. 1 Sword Soul Sovereign Chen Ying. This card right here against Tenpai, you just get to banishing cards and basically leave this on board. Your opponent's like if you have like at least like 10, 15, 20 cards banished, your opponent's Tenpai monsters won't be able to do much, and they can't really destroy this card like by card effects and stuff like that. And you can just get to banishing more cards. So basically this card would just be boosted by like, if you have 20 cards, this card would be boosted to like 5,000, and then their monsters will like lose 2,000. So basically they can't really out this card that much. And then the link cards, we have 1 Link Spider, one IP Masquerena, one SP. Everybody should be playing SP Little Knight. SP is crazy. Then we play one Decode Takahitsu, and then one Access Code to end the extra deck. But I don't really go into the Access Code much, but it is what it is. Now let's get into the side deck. Side deck, we played 3-dimensional barrier. This card right here, I really didn't use it much, but against a lot of decks in the format, like Centurion, Tenpai. I played against the Thunder Dragon Chaos deck. I played 2, and then Dragon Link. Dragon Link, it really didn't do much. And then the Melodious, you could call Fusion or you could call Pendulum. So this card really could go in depending on like the matchups. That's why I played 3 of it. Evenly matched. This card right here, if you play against like Dragon Link or almost any deck, like, and you resolve evenly matched, the game is basically just over. Like Centurion, you play this, it's just over. Like they can't really do much. And then once your opponent just tries to make a full board and you just destroy their board, with the cash monsters, all you need is 1 unicorn full combo. They can't really come back after they just went full combo. And then Mocharm Aprilia, this card right here is really, really good. You just need that draw power, especially like going second. You can side this in and your opponent will normal summon, and then if most, they might summon front hand twice, depending on the decks that they play. But this card right here, you're definitely gonna need it to like get those extra deck cards and just be able to go in and play. But this card really came up for me a lot. 1 Heartbeat Feather Duster, 1 Lightning Storm. We need that back row removal. Depending on certain decks, if you can just wipe the back row clean, like you don't have to really worry about much. You just use the cash monsters to beat over the big bodies that's left over, and you continue playing from there. Then also going first, we got 1 Anti-Spell. Anti-Spell, if you flip this, 9 times out of 10, the game should be over because they can't clear this with the back row unless they have like a Cosmic or like evenly matched. And then even if it's evenly matched, you probably might want to leave this face up, depending on, you know, what's going on. Because even if you leave it face up, 9 times out of 10, they won't be able to play or out it. So it is what it is. And then the almighty Solemn Judgment. I played 3 Solemn Judgment. This card right here catches the opponent off guard. Like, if they don't have a Lightning Storm or evenly matched or something like that, and they just start playing and then like they link climb or make XCs, any big monster that they have to like make a big commitment to, you can just Judgment it and like really like mess up their plays, and they'll play so hard into it that they won't even see this card coming. And once you just use like the Judgment, it'll basically be over. A lot of my matchups against like Dragon Link or whatever, like once they start going into the big bodies, you just flip Judgment is over. And also I played against the Melodious guy, and he Dominus purged me once on Unicorn. I searched Unicorn, and then I set 2 Judgments and then a Cosmic, and then he played on his turn. On his turn he played, and then he played the 1 Pendulum with a Pendulum, and he used the effect, and I Cosmic that. And on the follow-up, I had Unicorn again with the 2 Judgments set. I Unicorn search. He tried to Dominus purge me, and then I Solemn Judgment, and then I just full combo from there, and then basically he lost the game. So this right here, being able to hit the Dominus cards, are really, really good. With it allowing you to play, because if that 1 Unicorn would have got destroyed because the other Dominus purge was in the graveyard, like I wouldn't have been able to play, and that was my only cash monster. So Judgment came up really, really big to like save the game. So let's get into the matchups right now. So in my matchups, for the first matchup, I played against Centurion. That matchup was pretty cool. The guy, he looked like he was like a beginner playing the deck, but I always had the Imperm for the one, I think the Trudea or whatever, the one that comes out that makes itself like a level 8, something like that. So every time he was able to summon that, I had Imperm, and then basically I was able to like just, you know, full combo from there. But one game he was able to make Chaos Angel, and I was able to make Scareclaw. Fenrir just attacked over the Chaos Angel, and he was like, oh, you know, it's unaffected. I'm like, nah, you know, Scareclaw negates its effects, and basically I just banished it face down and just basically full combo from there. And also I resolved the evenly match on him, so after that it was basically just GG's after that. And then I played 1 Tenpai. Basically, you know, it was it is what it is against Tenpai. Like, you know, if you flip either Power Sink Stone or Skill Drain, the game is basically over, unless they had like a board break or something like that. And then I think in the game 2, where I played against my Tenpai opponent, he made a mistake. I summoned, before he went to battle phase, I summoned Scareclaw in defense, and I had like 4 cash monsters, and he attacked and basically just negated his own monster effect. And I'm like, yeah, nah, it's negated. So you basically just attack for nothing. And he was like, yeah, you know, I can't really do much about that. So, all right, so round 3, I played against Dragon Link. My Dragon Link opponent was really, really hard because he won a dice roll and he went first. So I think the first game, either he got it or, yeah, I think he got it. And then once I went first on my turn, like I was able to, you know, full combo. He wasn't able to do much. And then going second, game 3, I had the Mo Charming Fualos, and I resolved it. And he had to think really hard, and I drew like 4 cards off what he was doing. And then I think I basically evenly matched him, or I did something. Oh no, I Lightning Stormed, and then I summoned Unicorn, and then he made I impermed the Red Eyes guy, the Red Eyes Full Metal, and then I Lightning Storm or something like that. And then he ashed, I think, Unicorn, and then I took the Full Metal with the talents, and then basically I just like attacked the game. So that was that. I never really resolved shifter that much this tournament, so it is what it is though. And then I played one Thunder Dragon, like Chaos. I played one Thunder Dragon, Chaos, Bestial Link, Dragon Link deck. It was really, really weird. I wanted to get that deck profile from my guy at the locals, but it was a really, really weird matchup. I think game 1, I stopped. I like hand trapped him and stopped him, and then I full combo. No, I Fualos him, and then he was like, you know what? I just passed. Like, I'm not gonna do anything. And then basically I just full combo with Cash. Game 2, I took my shifters out. I think I kept them in, either one. But he went like full combo, and he had like a Dispatter with Colossus, with like 2 other crazy monsters. I don't know how I outed that board, but I took his Colossus, and I was able to get Scareclaw on the field with like Unicorn and he had the Fiendsmith stuff, Unicorn and like Fenrir, and basically I just attacked over everything, and then I banished the Dispatter face down, and basically he just ended on like no cards or whatever. So I was able to break that board crazy, but I had the talents to take the Colossus, so I could use my field spell to just get bigger attack points and to beat over his monsters. And then round 5 I played against Melodious. It was a pretty good matchup. I'll tell you how it went. Like, that one Cosmic went in, and also the Solemn Judgments on the Dominus Purges was like crazy. So I was able to beat him. I think going into round 5, he was undefeated too, I think, or he was X1, but he was giving everybody a hard time. That deck is really, really crazy, but I was able to pull it out against him. So, and then round 6, I played against Dragon Link also again for the run back. My guy was excited to do that, but it was the same kind of matchup. I just basically full combo, and also I full combo. I didn't shifter him, and one game he full comboed me. Game 2 he full comboed me. I couldn't really do much. And then game 3, when we played against each other, I full combo, and I think I hand trapped him or something like that, and then I had the 2 judgments on the follow-up. Oh, I locked 4 of his owns. Basically, I locked 4 of his owns, and he wasn't able to play because I was able to destroy like a lot of things and banish stuff face down with the field spell and stuff like that. And then I had 2 Solemn Judgments in the picture that I showed in the community post where I said I went undefeated, and I had basically like a full cash board with 2 Solemn Judgments, and he just wasn't able to try and break that board. So, but long story short, that's it. That's a 6-0 deck profile. Shout out to everybody that's checking out the channel. This your boy I Grind Yu-Gi-Oh. Continue to check out my deck profiles. I'm going hard with Kashtira. I also try and make a follow-up video post crossover breakers with Kashtira that's trying to like see if we could dominate that meta and take over. But yeah, that's it, man. Shout out to all y'all. This your boy I Grind Yu-Gi-Oh. Like, comment, subscribe, share the videos. We out.